actually creates leverage, not just views. And today's guest is going to be walking us through the real playbook behind their new book, the systems, the frameworks, and of course, the business strategy behind billions, yes, with a B, of organic views. So if you've ever felt stuck posting content that is just not moving the needle, this episode will change the way that you create forever. Welcome to Rocky Mountain Marketing. I'm your host, Katie Brinkley. Join us as we dive deep with the world's leading digital marketing experts every single Tuesday. It's all about giving you the strategies that are working right now, directly from those who are making an impact. With my 20 years of experience, I'm here to help you navigate the world of digital marketing. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills or transform your business, you're in the right place. Let's get started on today's journey to success. Welcome back to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Today, I'm joined by someone who needs no introduction to this audience because this is his third time on the show. Today's guest is none other than Austin Armstrong. He is a lifelong digital marketer, keynote speaker, two-time seven-figure entrepreneur. He's also the CEO of Syllabi, which is the AI platform that helps creators produce and publish videos in minutes. You want more information about Syllabi, check out the last time that Austin was on. We talked all about faceless videos. He's also the co-founder of AI Marketing World, which is one of the premier AI marketing conferences in the industry. So Austin has posted more than 6,000 videos across every single social media platform. And those videos have earned billions of views. And he's built millions of followers. And he's going to take everything that he has learned over 20 years of creating content, the wins, the fails, the experiments, all of that, and share it with us today because he put it into his brand new book, Virality. So if you've ever wondered how to turn your content into actual business growth or how to build systems so that your marketing grows instead of burns you out, well, Austin is the guy to learn from. So Austin, thank you so much for joining us on Rocky Mountain Marketing today.
Katie, thank you so much. It's always an honor to be here. I always have such a fun conversation. What is this? I was thinking about it. Is this the third time or the fourth time? Third time?
I think it's the third time. Maybe it's the fourth. Now that I've done your whole intro and everything, maybe it is the fourth. But regardless, you've been on here a lot of times because you always have such great insights to share, and I'm excited for today's episode because we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. And you and I have both started back in the MySpace days, and so we can kind of dork out on being Tom's social media friend. So, but I mean, every time you're on the show, you've leveled up, and that's awesome to see you grow. Like I said, the first time you're on the show, we were introduced through a podcast like matching service. And I'm so thankful for that introduction because it brought you into my world before you blew up, man. Like you're everywhere, millions of followers, billions of views. I'm just so happy for you.
Oh, I'm happy for you. You've become such a great friend, Katie. I just appreciate you, and it's been an awesome journey of just consistency and continuing to build momentum. It's sometimes exhausting. We were kind of joking beforehand. She's like, "How was your break?" Like, what break? I don't take breaks. I don't take breaks. I take pivots. So it's just like constant momentum, but I might shift my attention to another thing.
Well, I'm so fortunate that I was one of the people that got early access to your new book. So congratulations on adding author into your long list of accomplishments, Austin. So your new book, Virality, I'm so lucky. I've had the opportunity to read it. It is available now. We'll include a link in the show notes, but the very first line of your book is stop chasing views, which honestly, when I saw, I was like, wait, what? How is Austin saying that? So why is that the first message that you want people to hear?
Yeah. So I think I wanted to call it virality because it's kind of a polarizing idea to go viral. And a lot of people have a negative connotation of going viral, or they want to go viral and they either don't know why or they can't handle virality. So there's a lot of like different elements to it. A general thesis throughout the book is don't be a content creator, be a entrepreneur who creates content. You have to have the systems on the back end. Going viral for the sake of viral, just chasing views for the sake of views what is the purpose of that? You're not going to like, it's only a vanity metric. And yes, I love the vanity metrics, right? But I own 5 businesses. I have like 10 different streams of income. I chase that virality because I know how to tie it all together to predictable streams of revenue. And that's what I teach in this book. And that's what I love talking about. And I've always loved talking about. Like, there are things and strategies that you can do to stack the odds in your favor and increase engagement. And when you really figure out the systems to trigger emotional responses based on what the algorithms are looking for, virality becomes a little bit more predictable. But don't just chase views, because that's not going to serve you any purpose. Like, you could have 1 million followers, but if you don't have any trust, you don't have any back end behind it, you have nothing to sell. Like, why are you even doing that?
Yeah.
Yes, you might be able to get monetized on ad revenue or Facebook's monetization program, but maybe not as well. I have friends all around the world that have hundreds of thousands of followers. They reach tens of millions of people, and they're not monetized because they're in a country that doesn't have monetization support. You think they just sit there and they're just doing that to inflate their own ego? No, they're making money. So virality is cool, but don't just chase the numbers.
Well, and it's for anyone that follows you on social media and whatever social media platform is your drug of choice here, it's you're on all of them and you post a ton. But one of the things that you said here, Austin, that you know you and I are both ends of the spectrum. Like, I'm 3 to 4 times a week. You're like 3 to 4 times an hour, man. I don't know how you think of all the content that you post, but you post a lot. But the common ground between both of our strategies is strategy, right? We know what the end goal is behind every post, and that's where you're thinking about content like a business owner. And I think that that's something where a lot of entrepreneurs are getting confused of like, okay, well, I know I need to post more. I need to do this. I need to do that. But it's like, okay, well, why? And that's one of the things that you talk about in virality is when you know the why behind it to guide people. I mean, I'm not going to brag here, but I do get a check from Facebook every month for about $17 from the content I
Woo!
post. I know.
Let's
I
go.
know, I know. It pays for, my Starbucks when I go travel, but at the same time, it's like that shouldn't be the goal if you're an entrepreneur, right? So let's talk about like that shift of creating content as a business owner, and that what you talk about in your book, Virality.
Yeah. So I love the analogy of all boats rise with the tide. And so by focusing on viral oriented content, top of funnel, very broad awareness oriented content, that's where I spend about 75% of my time. It brings people into my ecosystem. They're going to see all of my other posts. And so by creating content that's designed to elicit responses, be broad and somewhat generic, but still your target audience, your niche at the highest level, um, they're going to see your other posts. They're going to see your nurturing middle of funnel content where you're going deep on a particular topic, educating on something, and then your transactional oriented content at the bottom of the funnel as well. But there's little strategies that you can do on every given post. Add like a call to action in the comment section so that you can always leverage those viral posts. I post like 20, 25 times a day on Facebook in particular. And it all just continues to grow my business. Above all else, you have to know who you want to reach, who is your target audience, what type of content are they going to resonate with. Test assumptions at
Mhm.
scale. Like right now, I'm testing founder stories because I just sort of noticed that this is a trend that I think is going to perform really well as outlier content. And like that is a viral oriented piece of content that is going to attract business owners, entrepreneurs, or aspiring business owners and entrepreneurs into my ecosystem. And the more that I create content, the more that they're going to see everything that I post, and it's going to continue to funnel through all of my funnels and things that I'm selling.
And I think that one of the things that stood out to me, Austin, like I said, I'm so fortunate I've been able to read Virality already. And you say in there that virality is leverage. So what does that mean for someone who doesn't have a huge audience yet?
Yeah. We all start at zero, right? And so there's tons of ways that you can increase your engagement. But let me just like bluntly talk about the leverage and opportunities that it's opened up. I- I'm not the smartest person in the room, and I never want to be the smartest person in the room. Thank you. I see your head right there. I don't see myself that way. I'm just the most consistent. I'm just a nerd that found out something that he likes, and I've been doing it for 21 years straight now. I get a lot of amazing opportunities that I can leverage because of the vanity metrics. And the vanity metrics are earned, and the vanity metrics absolutely drive a lot of revenue from a lot of multiple streams of revenue, but it very much is because I have the millions of followers that people pay and invite me to speak. They want me on their podcast. They send me free things. I get brand deals all the time. I've been the AI expert faculty member at a very prestigious mastermind group, and I've been invited to speak at. I taught AI entrepreneurship at Duke University. And a lot of these opportunities have popped up because I'm top of mind. There's so many people out there that are better at everything that I do. I just stay top of mind constantly. And that's the leverage that can come from this is just I'm just the first person that a lot of people think about. And I know that concept and I leverage that concept. And so even if you're starting at zero, though, it's just continuing to show up. I mean, you might not be going viral yet, but if you're consistently showing up, you're going to be top of mind for the group that you're reaching. And that can snowball into more and more opportunities as long as you continue to compound and stay consistent. And we can talk about engagement hacks to increase your engagement if you're talking about zero, if you're like starting from fresh or very little engagement overall. But
Well, yeah,
yeah, you
I,
can just
I think that
leverage
the
things.
I do want to talk about that because I want to talk about where people maybe they say I've been posting on social media forever, nothing works. You're talking about posting 25 times a day. And I have zero, like I've got 300 followers, and a lot of them are people that the algorithm just said, oh, this person's in your contacts. So why don't you follow them? And one of the things that you talk about in your book are, well, honestly, you share some pretty raw failures in the book. And I think that be, because of some of the failures, it allowed you to say, I'm going to give this a try and see what happens. And it allowed you to see, like, okay, this works, this doesn't. So if someone's starting from zero, what are some of the failures that you already went through for them that they don't need to go through? Like, here's the easy button.
So I created I've created thousands and thousands of videos that have just flopped on their face and done nothing. Everything from high budget. Um, I did a video where I went out to Vegas and wore Meta AI glasses and I booked all of these, crazy excursions. And I think I spent like almost 10 grand on that video and it just fell flat. Right. And it just didn't perform well whatsoever. Nobody cared. So I tried that experiment. And then I do like the silliest videos that are just handheld on your selfie camera on your phone will get millions, tens of millions of views. And I've tested this with a lot of different industries as well. I worked in video marketing, video production for 12 years, in working with service-based businesses, providers, entrepreneurs, e-commerce customers, and if you follow certain frameworks, it's just going to stack the odds in your favor. So I have a framework in this book, the START video framework. And I have 10 million or 4 million followers. I posted 600 videos before I came up with this START video framework to help you go viral faster. So you're aligning with your audience, you're building that authority, credibility. The R is to resolve that problem with as much information as you can. This is going to be the meat of your content, your video, and it doesn't even have to be a video. This framework works for every piece of content, written content, image, carousel content, etc. But give your best information away for free, sell the implementation. So the R, resolve, give your best information away for free, solve that problem, give them everything that they need to be able to do it themselves. Because the reality is they're not going to do it themselves anyway, but now they trust you. The T is to tell them what to do next. This is your call to action. This is the, here's 5 tips to go viral and increase your engagement on your social media videos. By the way, I made you a free checklist in my bio. Click the link, go grab it in there if it's helpful for you. And maybe that's an email lead magnet, and then you can follow up through your CRM or email marketing or anything that you want to do. If you just structure every video in a framework like that, you're going to know exactly what to do. You're not just shooting videos at the wind or testing different theories. You have to strategize and formulate that strategy so that you can stack the odds in your favor.
You keep saying that odds in your favor, and I'm like, man, I want to go home and read the Hunger Games. Well, so the START formula, I love that. And I hope people, you gave us a clear roadmap. So no matter where you are with your social media, if you're trying to get more, a strategy behind things, this START formula is a great strategy to use. You talk about it in the book, Virality, available, links in the show notes. It's available on Amazon. Go get it today. Virality, Austin Armstrong. So I think that with this formula, it gives you a plan. And so many people just post randomly without a plan and without looking at their metrics, without looking to see like, okay, well, I created the post. Did it actually convert? Did it actually, do the goal that I wanted it to? Was it, for people that do the 4-post strategy, was it awareness? Did I get more awareness? And our strategies are not that far off. It both comes down to bringing people in, making sure they're the right people so that you can sell to them once they've earned your trust. So I want to talk a little bit more about AI because you have created AI Marketing World. It's October 2026. If you missed it this year, check out AI Marketing World and get your tickets for next year. I was not able to attend, but I sent some people from Next Step Social there, and just everything that I heard, it was phenomenal. So if you want to learn more AI, check out AI Marketing World next year. So I want to talk about AI as a creator because I feel like it's getting hard on social media to, I mean, like you said, AI doesn't replace creators. It just replaces inefficiency. So talk to us a little bit about how we can set up an AI-powered content workflow to help us in our day-to-day.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways that you can implement AI for content creation, for productivity, just in your overall life. I would start by seeing what are the pain points for you personally, because if I'll give blanket broad answers, but the benefits of AI right now is the ability to have custom solutions for your problems. Maybe you're comfortable creating videos, but text content is not your thing, or you don't know how to, create images, or you're not interested, or vice versa. Or maybe you like creating videos, but it's very tedious for you to come up with a content strategy, to find topic ideas and to write outlines or video scripts or however you create content. Or maybe it's the consistency of the posting. Maybe you don't have a problem coming up with ideas and creating content. You just don't have the time to sit and schedule and publish and respond. So I would really do something like a time inventory, which is a
Mm.
great practice. I love this. Dan Martell, Buy Back Your Time,
Yeah, I
fantastic
think
book.
I have it over there. Yeah, yeah, I
One of
got
my
it.
shout it out like almost every day. It's just like the best business book ever. But aside from The Social Shift, of course, and the virality.
Yeah, there you go.
But
There you go. Way to work that one in there.
yeah. But essentially what it is like you start a spreadsheet, do it for a week, 2 weeks straight, and just mark down every task that you do. You can bring in your life if you want as well. But the start time, the end time of that task, how much enjoyment did that task bring you? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What is the dollar value associated with that task? And what is the dollar value you associate your time with? And essentially what you want to do here, and you can hyper focus this on content creation if you want for the sake of this, look at just like what are the most tedious points for you that you wish there was a solution for that would help you create more content, that would help you get your ideas out there into the world a lot more. AI is the enhancer. There are plenty of tools that allow you to fully, I don't think that replacing is the answer. I think the AI assisted, the AI enhanced content creator person is the new superpower, because it just allows us to do so much more. So, I mean, that's kind of a general answer, but I mean, like, if you, to not overly self promote, like I've made some tools that help my workflow, for
Mhm.
instance, right? So on Facebook, a lot of the content that pays me the most and gets the most reach is text threads, where it's like black background or colored background, white text, and then in the comment section is an individual thread. And I used to use ChatGPT. I even had an automated task, GPT task set up in ChatGPT that every day it wrote a new thread for me that I could copy and paste. But I got to a point where I was like, I wish I had all of these organized in one place, and I wish I could just like enter in one topic. Um, and I think a lot of other people will have this same issue as well. And so now we live in a world where you can vibe code your own software solutions. So I'm not a coder, Katie. I don't know how to write code, but I know how to delegate and tell something or someone what I want it to do. So I use AI tools like Manus is what I created this tool Threadmaster in, but there's Replit, there's Lovable, there's Base 44, and I created the software tool that allowed me to just enter a topic and it spits out a thread. It stores all of my threads. It has frameworks that I can follow and just enter and paste. I even indexed 110 of the most viral images that I use that went viral for me in there as just a place that I can copy paste and pull from, or generate a new text thread on the fly. And I made that super affordable, like not to self promote it, but just it's like $5 because I'm just
Yeah.
like it just covers costs and there's a little bit of profit or whatever. Um, so like that is a daily workflow of an AI tool that just helps me create multiple pieces of content that I can customize that are really specific for my target audience. Yeah.
Well, and I'm glad you self-promoted it because Threads AI is one of the things that I've noticed for people that are using the 4-post strategy. It works great as that elaboration post on Facebook. So,
Love it.
it's uh, I signed up for Threads AI, and it's like you said, it's super affordable. Syllabi is another tool that you created to help people that are a little camera shy. And so I think that for entrepreneurs who don't identify as creators, and I think there's a lot of us, what is the most practical AI shortcut that they should be using right now?
I would use a base LLM like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, whatever your preference is, it doesn't matter. And I would do a prompt like, um, this is how I would do it. You can adjust this, but based on everything that you know about me, who do you think my ideal client persona is? Outline a 30-day content strategy for text threads, um, image prompts that I can input into Nano Banana Gemini inside Gemini, and video topics that I can either create or outsource to an AI video generation tool. Organize the content in 75% broad awareness oriented top of funnel, 20% conversion of the funnel, middle educational content, 5% transactional oriented content. Present all of the information in a spreadsheet.
Okay, so wait, hold on. I want everyone to pay attention to how Austin is talking right now. And if your prompts are not like this is why you're getting lousy, generic, boring responses. Listen to how long he's been doing this prompt off the top of his head. He's like, "Oh, if I, you're asking me to think on the fly here, Katie, so this is just what I would do if I." But this is what I want everyone to pay attention to, because if you're just saying, "Hey, I need a social media caption about XYZ," this is why you're getting content that sucks, right? And you have to, one, talk to the machine regularly. You have to feed it information. These prompts need to give it context of what it is that you're looking for. So, all right, continue, Austin. Sorry, I want people to realize that with prompting and AI, it's you can't just be like, I need 10 social media captions on
Yeah.
dentistry.
Yeah. Because it'll give you something, but it's not going to be that great. It's not going to be that specific for you. I mean, you can get really specific like with this, right? And if you the opening of that prompt too, of that's like assuming that you use ChatGPT or Claude very consistently, and it can pull from all of that memory, right? If you're brand new and you don't even use ChatGPT that much or any of these, you could start before you even do all of that. Here's some information about me. Here's my bio. Here's who I think I serve. Here's the problems I think that they deal with. I'm trying to come up with a content social media strategy. I'm a little lost. What questions can I answer for you, ChatGPT, to give you a best understanding of who I am, what I do, who I serve, how I help? And it'll give you really good information. And then you can take all of that and do that prompt that I just said. And you can even like really simplify and copy and paste this. Like in that prompt, you could say, and at the end of every thread or every video script, include this exact call to action. Comment the word boom, and I'll DM you the link to sign up for my widget, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just simplify it for you. And it'll give you all of that information. It'll give you a spreadsheet with 75% broad oriented content, 20% middle of the funnel oriented content, 5% transactional oriented content. It'll give you the threads. It'll give you image prompts that you can copy and paste into whatever tool that you use to go alongside that thread, or just an additional piece of content. It'll give you the video script. It'll give you all of that information, and then you just have to execute. But that's where I would start. Very just practical use case with, I think most people have ChatGPT at least at this point, or the free version of it, start there. And then it's just about applying and doing work.
Yeah, I agree. And these are, like I said, I sent a couple people to AI Marketing World this year. I can't tell you like all the vibe coding talk that was happening in my Slack over that. I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. But I mean, like, these are the things that you guys talk about and discuss at AI Marketing World. So again, get your ticket to that if you guys want to grow with AI. It's in October of 2026. Check out Virality, because that's about how to grow using different strategies and systems that, and I think that, Austin, this is one of the reasons why I really, I mean, like I said, we are on very different ends of the spectrum as far as like how often to post. But everything that we talk about comes down to, like purpose? What's the strategy behind it? You and I are both willing to test these different things, see what works, and then share them out with the masses. And I love that people can take your system, and if they create the strategy behind it, they will see the results. I mean, there's a number of people that we have mutual, friends, and I'm like, oh, they're trying Austin's smart system, like they're going the Austin's way, and I see what they're doing here. And I think that what you are doing is really helpful for entrepreneurs on growing, because social media is an incredible tool. I think that you just need to have the strategy behind
Yeah,
all of it. Um,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. And I think there's a lot of like, we can stack the 4-post strategy with my just like brute force attack strategy. Like my whole thoughts are like, uh, I post a lot, but you have to have strategy. But the argument of quality over quantity when you're just getting started, my opinion is that you don't know what quality is when you're just getting started. You think you know what quality is, but what quality is what your audience resonates with. And how are you going to figure out what your audience resonates with as fast as possible is by formulating a strategy and testing rapidly. And the faster that you test, and again, this is just my opinion, this is just how I do things, but the faster, like the more shots that Steph Curry takes in a day, the more threes that he's going to sink. The more at bats that Shohei Ohtani gets, the more home runs that he's going to hit. The more practice that you get, the more you're going to understand what quality is, and then you can slow down. I'm not like necessarily quantity forever. I just am I like to post that much personally, but I always recommend like follow something like the 4-post strategy, scale it however you want to, like whatever you can consistently commit to, and it's just going to help you figure out what works best so that you can double down on that.
Well, thank you, Austin. And I agree. I think that with what you're talking about, it's a very doable system. If you know what do you want, and I think that
Big one.
that's where a lot of people get lost. They're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just was told I should be on social media. So go buy Virality, everyone, listeners. Buy Virality. Check out The Social Shift. But buy Virality. It just came out. It's available on Amazon. I got a link in the show notes. If people want to learn more about Austin Armstrong, they want your book, they want to come to AI Marketing World, they want Syllabyte, like tell us where listeners can connect with you, Austin.
I'm very active everywhere. My website is austinarmstrong.ai. If you just look me up, I'm on every social media platform. I'm very easy to get a hold of, but I am the nerdy with glasses AI Austin Armstrong. I'm not the Florida Gators defensive coach Austin Armstrong, nor am I the 6 foot tall, curly haired relationship vlogger Austin Armstrong. Even though I've reached out to both of them to do the most epic collab ever. I am that business AI nerd right there in the middle.
Well, and for everyone in Colorado, if they want to check out Austin Armstrong, just look for him on the slopes. He's hitting
Yeah.
up the slopes here in Colorado, and doing some skiing, and so he's not typically a Colorado guy, but for winter of 2026, he will be here. So look for him on the slopes.
Yeah.
Get his book. Check out AI Marketing World. Austin, thank you for joining me on the show for
it's a pleasure.
the third or fourth time, the manyth time. Listen to the other episodes where Austin joins me, because he always shares such great, real, actionable advice and value. I just can't thank you enough for joining us today.
I so appreciate you, Katie. It's always great to see you in person or on a podcast episode. I always learn from you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. I hope you're leaving with valuable insights and the inspiration to lead your market. If you've enjoyed our time together and found today's podcast episode useful, I have a small favor to ask of you. Please hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest episodes. And if you know someone who could benefit from these episodes, maybe a fellow business leader or an aspiring entrepreneur, go ahead and share this episode with them. Let's spread the knowledge and grow together. Also, I'd love to hear from you and continue the conversation beyond the podcast. Visit me at katiebrinkley.com to connect, to find more resources, or just to share your journey. And be sure to pick up your copy of my new book, The Social Shift, at katiebrinkley.com/book. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Katie Brinkley, and I can't wait to dive into more strategies and stories with you on the next episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Let's keep on taking your marketing to new heights.